He's a fascinating subject.
Is he doing the same for the golf and the boxing and the F1? Is he doing the same for all that? Is it just Newcastle?
Just Newcastle.
Okay, so as fans were going into the stadium, we managed to float it. We've seen a lot of drama happening. I'm going to show you the unedited video. The guy that we spoke to from the group, the Sports Washing Newcastle group, did request that all of the video was put on unedited. We're going to do that. We'll have to censor some words for YouTube censorship. Other than that, we're going to put the full raw video. We want to know your thoughts and stuff on it. That's one of the guys there who is part of the group. Let us know your thoughts. It was Newcastle fans that obviously confronted him in terms of questioning what he was standing up for and why not other stuff. Very interesting video. We're going to put it raw exactly like you requested. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah. They arrest young kids, put them in jail, heads. That's what you're going to remember.
Am I in Saudi Arabia though? No,
well, I tell you what,
it's the greatest city in the world, mate.
This government of ours connives in the illegal arrest of people.
When? When did I ask?
Wait a sec, let a man finish his sentence. It connives in the arrest of people it doesn't like, not its own citizens.
Oh, you should have people chanting my name.
And people.
Keep it going, lads. Going. You listen to that? The love is. I'm feeling good. How many fans have got me?
My God,
where are your fans? These ones.
I don't need fans. I haven't got a fragile ego.
Yeah, you do.
I haven't got a fragile ego. It's you who has the fragile ego. What about the kids who are getting arrested and tortured? There's nothing in it now. All right.
Oh, is all the alcohol gone? Oh,
Empty.
no more alcohol.
Oh, what a pity. What a pity.
Go on, keep talking. We want to hear what you've got to say.
Well, what I've said to you is that Newcastle United has been taken over by people who've got
a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Wait a second. Money's green like this.
They've got an inexhaustible supply of money. They can do what they want, they can buy who they want.
Exactly,
they can
that's why we love
who
them.
they want to murder who they want. And you know it. You all know that. You all know that they had the guy chopped up in the Istanbul embassy. You all know it. You know that the Saudi Arabian government sponsored that of somebody they didn't like. And it's the Newcastle United fans have a duty to say it's wrong. We're not going to ask you to say you want to be owned by someone else, but we are asking you to say that what is wrong is wrong, that murder is wrong, that unjust imprisonment is wrong.
Tony.
Yes, Mr. Gordon.
You know what I think?
This is Anthony Gordon, by the way.
Make eye contact with us, mate. You know what I think you're doing wrong? You're talking about all of this in your protest. This is what you're doing wrong, a protest. Shouldn't be protesting. We're all here to enjoy the Saudis play. Okay?
Well, let's hope they give Newcastle a decent game.
Go away now. I don't want to talk to you.
Well, what are you going to do? Have me arrested?
Are you doing the same for the golf and the F1 and the boxing?
The difference between me and you is...
Can't see you, mate.
Well,
Can't see you. Can't see you.
He's a fascinating subject.
Is he doing the same for the golf and the boxing and the F1? Is he doing the same for all that? Is it just Newcastle?
Just Newcastle.
Oh, sorry, don't ask me. What was your question, mate?
Are you doing the same? Are you protesting when the golf's on in Saudi Arabia and the boxing and the F1?
I'm
not done with you now, Tony.
I will answer your question, but I didn't...
I'm saying, are you protesting when the boxing's on in Saudi Arabia, the golf's on in Saudi Arabia, the boxing's on, like the F1? Are you protesting?
Well, let's put it this way.
No, so that means no. So that's your way around it, man. It's just football. It's football. Saudi's growing as a country. They're changing. Stuff's happened. Do you not think the UK?
So why don't they release the prisoners? Why don't they open the jails and let the prisoners out? What is it about Jordan Henderson's conscience that has been bought for $700,000 a week? What's wrong with Jordan?
What about other countries that set prisoners out and send them here?
They do. What about India, where they're persecuting Muslims and they're persecuting Christians? What about Israel, where they persecute Muslims? What about a lot of places where the wrong thing is done? And you need to wake up to all of it, not just to the fact that you think, I think the golf is okay. It's not.
Just going on about Newcastle United because we're owned by the Saudis.
I didn't
Wait,
go
get on about the
that.
F1, the
Actually,
boxing, all the rest of the sports that take place there.
you know,
saying
it's
nothing
very
about
important to engage with people and to try and get them to think and change their minds. You're doing a good job.
You're talking around it.
Go on, particular question.
What? So you protest about Newcastle holding Saudi Arabia their sports event, but you're not talking about when the boxing
Actually, I
in Saudi
didn't.
Arabia.
What I've said is wrong, and I say this in relation to the golf and the boxing and everything else, is the golfers, the boxers, the footballers have all got to say what is done is wrong.
You should be going on about the UK government killing families.
I do.
Killing families.
The invasion of Afghanistan was wrong.
People can't
I was
appear.
on the street to
People
protest.
can't pay electric, we've got food banks
Sorry,
here.
missed that bit.
I see people can't pay electric bills, we've got food banks here. Are you protesting about that? What's
Well, I'll
going
tell
on
you what I
here?
do. I do give food to the food bank. If that's any good.
So is that at one point what's going on in your own country?
I don't think that the wrongs that are going on in this country should not be protested against. They should be. We should try and do as much as we can against them. It's no good saying I'm against what happens in Saudi Arabia if I let the bad stuff in this country
Every
go.
country in this world will be human rights things where you will
No,
look at
not
it.
everyone,
If you
but
just
too
bang on
many
about
of them.
Saudi because we're all Newcastle.
Too many of them.
Well, what do you think about Man City's owners? Manchester City's owners?
Well,
do you think
what I
about
think
them?
about the Man City's owners is they're every bit as bad as as Saudi Arabia, but on a smaller scale. That's all. They've got less
I
money.
do not agree with your views.
It's just a smaller scale, lads. Right. Who are you from?
Northeast Updates.
Well, what you can do, young man, is I don't mind at some point having a sensible interview with you. But as you know, that's just really Anthony Gordon there showing off and being a dickhead. All right? Don't put me on the internet, right? We can arrange it sometime, right? If you'd like to do that, we can have a sensible and coherent conversation. But you know that when you get out in the street like this, you've got to be able to hold your own, right? And come back at people. Because what you're trying to do is draw attention to what's going on. I mean, one thing that interests me here is the number of stewards we've had stood opposite us. I think at the most there were a dozen. There's 3 coppers, right? Including, now I'm not sure what rank the bloke at the front is, but he won't be an ordinary constable. I don't, well, he may be, I might have that wrong. Okay, he may just be, you know, the senior constable for the evening. No, he's got no stripes. Okay, so we've got a lot of people watching what we're doing, yeah, and watching what you're doing, yeah. Tell me about Northeast Updates.
Local channel, YouTube channel.
Sorry,
Local YouTube channel.
you're a YouTube.
News.
You're a YouTube channel, and who watches you?
Some people.
Oh, that's very good. Some people were.
Local, so Northeast.
Okay, and they're really interested in what I've got to say.
I think we remain neutral, so it's basically
Neutral?
the same.
You are not neutral. You are not neutral when it comes to torturing people. You are not neutral when it comes to public executions. No, you are not. Are you?
We're a news channel.
Are you neutral to torture?
No, we're obviously against human rights.
You're against it. You're against the abuse of human rights. Or what I will say, actually, I will say you're against the abuse of human needs. Because what I say is that more important than people's rights are their needs. And what do people need? They need water, they need food, they need clothes, they need decent homes, they need good transport, and they need justice. And in Saudi Arabia, the one thing they are lacking is justice, because at any time, anybody can be arrested, jailed, and executed in extreme circumstances simply for saying or doing something very minor against the will of the government, right? Now, if you put that bit in, that's okay. The rest of it's just garbage and chit-chat, right? But that bit there, I'm happy, all right? And you can just say this is a guy who, from time to time, has protested against the war in Afghanistan, right? Against the invasion of Iraq, against the destruction of the hospital service in this country, right? I'm a long-time politico, right? I'm not just someone who just takes a fancy to not liking the Saudi Arabian regime, right? I know that Boris Johnson is a tremendous hypocrite because he went to shake the hands of him. I also know that Prince Salman's good mate is Putin, and you can find very easily and put into your Snapchat or whatever it is, you can put the picture, the well-known picture of Putin, you know, doing the old shake hands with Prince Salman, can't you? You can find all that, and you can either say this guy, right, only wants to make his mouth go and upset the Newcastle supporters, right? Yeah, but the Newcastle supporters are tougher than that. I've got more respect for them, right? I've got plenty of respect for the Newcastle supporters.
Yeah, is there anything else you want to say or anything?
Is there anything what you'd like to ask me? Nothing. That's not good enough. Right, so am I going to take you seriously? Do you think I'm just a mouth, somebody who wants to spout off in public?
No.
You don't know. And what are you? Somebody who doesn't care who he gets on his channel, provided he fills up his time.
No, we're very interested to get your views, that's why we come across here.
You're very interested to get my views. Right, what else would you like my views on?
We've already spoke to the leader of the group.
No, what else would you like? No, it's not. I'm not accepting that I've got a leader. I'm accepting that I'm here because of what I think. Right? I mean, I'm very pleased with what the lads have done. You know, it's extremely important that they've done that they're drawing attention to it, and that they're taking the time of people like you. So they're making you focus upon a vital international issue.
Yeah.
Right?
So what are you hoping to accomplish? What's the goals?
Well, the goal is rouse the people and make them think big. Make them think where there is a big issue, they've got to think big. They've got to become properly aware of it and not say the most important thing is how many packets of crisps and how much booze I can swallow, because I'm a Newcastle supporter and I'm better than that. Okay.
So what is the end? What are you hoping to do? Is it to get the owners kicked out of the club? Is it to turn the fan base?
That.
No, I'm just asking.
Are you? Do you want to get the owners kicked out of the club?
No. We're not protesting. I'm just trying to basically understand the reason why the protest.
I don't believe you're trying to really understand. I believe what you're trying to do is fill your YouTube channel, but we can be serious. So you do want to understand.
Well, we're providing a platform for you so you can get your views across to the people.
Do I need a platform? Mr. Anthony Gordon earlier, he needed a platform, didn't he? You know, because he wanted to spout off and show what a big man he is, you know, and tell me he's got 2 Lamborghinis and stuff like that. And, you know, have his little mates applauding him and saying what a clever guy he is and how he took on the old bloke with the glasses, right? Yeah, but he didn't, because he had to clear off, didn't he?
Right.